Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you an easy low carb breakfast option that you can make in less than 10 minutes. Let's start cooking. All right, to start off this breakfast, you want to start by heating the pan. I've already chopped up the garlic. It's going to be super easy. Next, you want to take the big stem out of your kale. We're gonna use kale. If you don't have kale, use spinach. That's totally fine. Just throw it in the sink. But make sure you also rinse off whatever vegetables you're gonna be using as well as fruit. Always rinse it off. Now, low carb is gonna be kind of confusing for some people because we always think of calories as carbs. Some people get them interchanged. They're actually totally different. So carbs are what comes from the food, especially vegetables, starches, things like that. Those are more high carb foods. Everything has carbs. But calories is the number that makes up the entire meal. So there's 4 carbs in every calorie. That's a whole different subject, but I just wanna let you guys know that you can have high calorie counts with low carb meals. So if this meal is like 600 calories, that doesn't mean it's 600 carbs. And a lot of people get that confused, so I just want to clarify that calories are not carbs. So let's continue. So the oil is cooking or warming up, and I'm just gonna put the garlic in there so the garlic can do its thing. We're gonna leave the garlic in there for like 10 more seconds and just let it get a little bit brown. This is so good, you guys. I love this kale. Kale's kind of gross, to be honest. It's disgusting. I'm not gonna tell you that, oh, eating healthy is always gonna be so good, because sometimes it's not that good. But if you do it right, it can be good. So go ahead and chop up your kale after you took out the stem. You wanna get it into little bite-sized pieces and just start putting it into the oil. I'm using 4 for the setting on my stove. You don't wanna burn it, so don't put it on 8 or 10. I cut myself so bad yesterday, you guys. I was in here cooking, and what was I making? I was cutting carrots for a juice, and I cut the carrots so, I just was like slice, and these knives are very sharp because I don't know, I only use like 2 of them. You know how you have your favorite knives? Well, I do. And I only use 2 of them. This one I've just started using, and I took it out yesterday and I was just like slice, 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 and my thumb is like, it's so gross. So just kind of roll it around. It cooks very quickly, so you don't have to leave it on there for very long. It's gonna taste amazing. If you want to, you can even add a little bit of garlic salt just to make it taste better, but I don't recommend too much. Like, watch how little I do. Like that. That is it, you guys. It's really important to cook with low sodium. For me personally, I really try to cook with no salt and very little sauce. But you know, everyone's different, and if you're just starting out, you're gonna want your food to taste like something, so salt and pepper is not bad. But as you get into, you know, eating healthy regularly, you'll get used to the food taste and things like that, and you won't need as much salt and pepper to cover up the taste, because it eventually will start tasting good to you. I saw this TikTok today. It was of a guy who was like, I would eat healthy if people would just stop bullshitting and tell me that it actually doesn't taste that good. And it is true. In the beginning, it doesn't taste that good, but eventually it does start tasting pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start slicing the tomato. We're gonna do 3 slices of tomato just on the side. Be careful with your knife. Low key, scary. Take out the pit of the avocado. This recipe is so easy and it's so good. Okay, now the kale is pretty much done. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off, and we're gonna put it on a plate. Kale should look like this. It should be a little bit darker green, and it looks really just like bright and pretty. So put that on your plate. I like to always get all the garlic too because I love garlic. Literally, you guys, if you're Italian, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, eggs go next. You can put a little bit more oil down, but I'm not going to. There's 3 whole eggs in here. So you can use 3 whole eggs. I'm gonna give you the exact calorie breakdown at the end of the video when we see the final product. So that's gonna be cooking. I've already chopped up the avocado just into little bite-sized pieces. You can use it into slices. I like to eat it while I'm eating my whole thing, so I like to chop it up into small cubes. Then I'm gonna take a half of a gala apple. We're gonna do 1/2 of this apple. It's really important to eat a balanced diet. So I try to eat vegetables with every meal and a fruit with the morning and the lunch. So breakfast, lunch, eat a fruit. Dinner, I don't really eat fruit. It's just like a lot of sugar before you go to bed. And I try not to do that. That's also why I don't really eat dessert, but if you have healthy desserts, you're gonna be fine. So this is doing its thing. I like my eggs dry. Some people like their eggs wet. I think that is so not my style. I'm not gonna say gross because everybody likes different things, but I don't like that runny feeling. I'm also not trying to get salmonella or whatever that's called, right? When the egg isn't cooked all the way through. So I like my eggs really dry. And you know, my thing is, I cannot eat scrambled eggs without ketchup, but I'm actually out of ketchup. So we're gonna rough it today. I think it's gonna be fine though. I'm not a big egg eater to begin with, but they are really good for you. So just like move your eggs around until you're happy with the consistency. Pretty happy with this consistency. I like to chop mine up into little tiny pieces, right? I don't like when it's like one big chunk of egg. That's just me though, I'm strange. So eggs are pretty dry. I'm gonna go ahead and put them right on top of the kale, as pretty as I can, so there's some presentation here. That's as pretty as I can, sorry guys. Stove comes off, and then I'm gonna take a spoon, then I'm gonna take a spoon right here, and I'm gonna scoop out the avocado. It's in like little tiny bite-sized pieces, so I'll just kind of empty it out as I go. This is all for presentation. In real life, I would literally just scoop this and keep it moving, but I wanna make it look pretty for you guys. Also, they say that, what do they say? Something about the food, the hunger starts in the eyes or something. There's a saying. I don't know. Okay, then from there, take your tomato and you can either leave it on the side or you can put it on top. I like it on the side because tomato is a little bit more wet and I don't want it to make my eggs runny, so I'll put it on the side. Then I'm gonna take my apple slices and put those on the side, even though they're full of kale. It's all good though. And then just make it look cute for the YouTube and for yourself, I guess, if you're into that. Okay, cute-ish. And then we're gonna have some peanut butter. So this is so good for you. If I can open the jar, please muscles, don't fail me now. I do all this working out and I can't even open a jar. Okay, perfect. This peanut butter is all natural, organic peanut butter, and it's kind of gross. Like, the top is full of oil, so you have to mix it really good to make it like a peanut butter consistency. So you gotta get in there, you know? And like, mix it, mix it, mix it. And I have almond butter right here, but I just feel like peanut butter has a little bit more fat in it, and we're trying to do low carb, so definitely gonna go with the peanut butter. Okay, we have a good consistency here. So I'm gonna take 1 spoonful of peanut butter, what is it? 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is 190 calories. Calories, not carbs. So take 1 spoon, I would say like this much. Ooh, it's so creamy and delicious. And then just put it right on your plate. Bam. So good. Okay. There's so much there. Oh God. And literally, that's it, guys. So if you put this breakfast into MyFitnessPal, which is what I use to track my carbs, proteins, fats, and calories, this is the breakdown. We've got 43 grams of fat, avocado, peanut butter, the eggs have the yolks in them, okay? We've got 21 or 33 grams of protein, and we've got 28 grams of carbs. So the carbs here are the tomato, the kale, and the apple. Everything has a little bit of carbs in it, but that's mostly where the carbs are coming from. This is a great low carb breakfast. It took me how many minutes? 10 minutes, you guys. 10 minutes, it's super healthy. If you add ketchup to your eggs, that's gonna be more carbs, so just take it into account. Make sure that you're enjoying yourself as you're eating healthy. The whole goal here is to make it a lifelong habit, and it's only gonna stay if you enjoy it, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a super, super simple recipe. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.